When I talk about health and stuff, and finding to be your best self and, taking care of yourself and stuff. And a lot of people have a lot of stuff they're going against right now because we do have long-term poisoning effects in our bodies. And we need to do a lot more cleanses. And I like the Epsom soaks. And, you need to be taking really good care of yourself and learn things about yourself to love and to stop picking yourself apart. Start seeing yourself as a whole. And also, when you take control of your health and stuff, you'll just feel more empowered right there. But also to just face and heal your wounds. Don't try and be distracted by other things. Don't, get bothered by something and then go get a six-pack. Instead, go in and, meditate. Think about, like, why am I bothered by this? What's going on? What could have happened back, forever ago that is making me feel this way? Because I don't need to feel this way anymore. I need to let go of this old pain, just look at it and see, like, and sometimes it is stuff where you have to face yourself and see this bad part of yourself, because you have to claim your empowerment. You can't be someone's victim. You have to look at your role in every situation that happens. Not, like as a child, when these bad things happen to you and you should have taken your role as a child more seriously. That's not what I'm talking about. But how much time are you going to give this pain? How much time until you're going to reclaim your life and start living it for yourself? Or how much are you going to just stay back there with this wounded child? You got to go in and help that child heal. You got to go in and look and see what happened to him. Because you got to clear that energy so that you can be clean going into other relationships with all different people. In every relationship scenario, you are affected by your past. You got to let go of your past to move forward. And, it changes everything. It changes your attitude and stuff. One thing too is yesterday, I've talked about the trophy wife thing, and I know that there's people who just get like, they don't get the same image to me as a trophy wife, right? And so I was looking for my birth certificate, because there's a form, a 1522, and you can go in and you can start setting yourself up now for, the money switchover. You need your birth certificate with the number. You need that number. You can go in the Treasury Department and you can put your number in and see your value, and also your Social Security number. So there's places in the Treasury Department you can go in and you can find out like how much you're going to get back, I guess, how much they're going to give you, what your value is, what the corporation, made off of you. So it's going to go back to the people. And anyways, you can, some form 1522, but in Treasury Department, go into those things. But right now we're in the thing. Just you be watching, because as the other countries go into the new system, that's going to cause the other countries that aren't on it yet to plummet. So the dollar will be worth nothing. And that's going to panic people that have no awareness, we're under a major collapse. It's going to panic people because the dollar is not going to go worth anything. But, if you're paying attention, you know what's going on. Then when the reset happens, then yeah, but we're going to get repayment back to us, because most of us have had a lot of money stolen from us. Like I've had a home stolen from me from the central bank. So I've had, my case, the judicial system totally screwed me over. But anyways, okay, so back to the licenses. So I have all my licenses, saved. And so I was looking through them, slowly trying to find my birth certificate, because it's really small and it's folded up. Still haven't found it. And it used to be back there with my passports and my licenses, so I don't know what the hell. And it's so fragile, and I keep thinking I must have put it somewhere safe, and I keep asking them, but I'm blocking I'm blocking it because I'm so scattered about it. But anyway, so when I was looking through these licenses, I looked like the most miserable person. I had these giant glasses, no makeup, my hair's just like blah. And, but I was someone's trophy. Bet your ass I was. And, I weighed more. I was really just super. It's so crazy too, because right before I went into this relationship and became this person, I was, I was going out to Hollywood all the time, with long hair. I was super, super skinny. I was young. We would just walk up. There would be long lines at the bar to get in, and we would just walk up, and the doorman would just open it. You'd go right in. We were, that. And then I'd go into this marriage and just become so I told you I just built up so many walls. There was a period of time when I felt so like, why? Like I thought that I was being guided to this relationship. I mean, this person, like I would go to the store and this person would just be there. Like, how do we keep crossing paths like this? This is weird. And I felt very much directed towards this relationship. But when I got in it, it felt so heavy, and it was way more than I wanted to take on. And it was very, very difficult for me. And I was very suicidal. It's the period of time when I went on antidepressants for the first time. And, it was hard. I spent a lot of time envisioning myself driving off a cliff. I was just like, this is God. Life can't be just this. Like, what in the hell? How did they leave me here? What is going on? Am I just here to be punished? Did I do something really bad in a past life? Like, why? And then, it wasn't until I went to a couple more really bad ones. I told you the last one I was in was so bad that even my dead grandparents were trying to pull me out of it, and that may have been why, because he was so drunk all the time, and the spirits can get in there. And, and they probably were working is to make him be so awful that I had to face that I had to be away from this person, because that's what started all my healing. And I wasn't the one who left. That's the sad thing. That's the real sad thing, is I wasn't even, after relationship of just being, beat down and stuff. And then, I wasn't even the one who left. I'm just as sad, And that was one of the parts I had to face of myself. Like, who am I? What the hell? How much abuse will a person take before they say, hey, no more, demon. So, yeah. That's just so nuts when I look at that. Now I can laugh about it. But when I was going through it, that was when I went on antidepressants again. I was suicidal. I couldn't quit picturing myself hanging from the rafters of my house. I was like, oh my God, stop. Yeah, I was, I had some stuff about myself I had to face. It was hard stuff. And, so when you go through it, I can laugh about it now, but that's the point you get to where you can just laugh like, oh my God, can you believe I was so ridiculous? But when you have to face that part, depending on how much ego you have, because this is all about a breakdown of your ego. It's getting your ego in control. Out of control. You get control of your ego, because your ego is a fucking bitch. if we're honest, your ego's a bitch. So yeah, you got to get control of that. And, but yeah, I can laugh at my ridiculousness now, but it's funny. Yeah. Going in and looking at those licenses and thinking, like, oh my God, it reminds me too of when I was a nurse and, this patient came in and I was working in the ER and I was getting her and, you just hear these little things, and it's always real fast, like blah, 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 And so, she was coming in and I can't remember what was said. I think I knew I had a big person coming. And when they came in and brought her, And I know I've talked about her before. This was very significant in my life. And so they came in and brought her. It was like, it was 6 or 8 men carrying her. And it was like, say, a king size sheet. And they had it kind of rolled in their hands. So they had like something to hold on to. And they're all like walking together to carry her in. And then there's no bed, because the big people have to have a big bed. They're very special, expensive beds. There's not that many, and you have to have them sent over and all this stuff. So she had to lay on the floor. Like, how humiliating is that, man? You have to lay on the floor. And then when I had it, the doctor, this doctor really liked this lady. She was over 600 pounds. And she was just laying there, and she was just this huge lump of flesh. And she just had this eyeball. It just reminded me so much of a whale. Because just this eyeball that just would watch me. She never talked. She didn't, she couldn't move for herself. And, I'm supposed to go in and help her so she could poop. And, but the thing is why I say, a trophy wife can be anything. Don't get in your head like a trophy wife is just a Barbie doll, because her and her sister were in the same position, and both their husbands were really thin and had done this to them on purpose. And that's what bothered the doctor. But, the women also participated. That's what I mean. There's 2 players in every scenario. So they weren't the victim to these people. They could have stopped at any time and said, no. Once I can't get up and feed myself, stop feeding me. No. But, that's the thing is everybody's playing out some sort of game. And, I looked so different when I looked at those licenses. And then there was so many. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even remember looking like that. Really? Which is really weird. As I don't really even, there's so many things in my memory, that are gone that I don't know. I don't think about stuff like, like that. And, I don't know. I just think that the whole thing with everybody is just to, to look at things in a bigger way. We do all get caught up so much in labels and generalizations and stuff like that. But, there's people out there using people all over the place. And just like I said yesterday, there's little kids being used just to make someone happy. They don't have any identity. They don't have any rights. They don't have anything to, claim as their own individual soul. Their whole existence is about this other person. They haven't even realized that they're separate. They haven't even realized like that they are an individual. Like there's just so many, patterns out there. And most people are caught up in some sort of pattern. Like, I didn't know mine, and I didn't have the insight until later, until it got to be after more of my healing had occurred, where I started being able to see like, oh, now I get it. Now it makes sense. Now I know why I was in those bad relationships. Now I know why it was a soul connection. Now I get it. But, that's the thing, is that you can be in bad relationships and it still be a soul connection, because we're here to teach each other. So it's all in your vibration. If you're vibrating low and you are seeking relationships and you are just an empty shell of a person, you're going to bring in somebody who's going to take advantage of that, or, that is the same as you. You're in a low vibration place. So you don't want to start relationships down there, that's what my take is. Yeah. They're not pretty. It is much better to just, grow a lot, get focused on yourself, get excited about life, feel good about yourself, see your beauty, and then go out and find a relationship. Because then you'll pull somebody in who's like you. You know, who's excited? Who wants a partner? Who doesn't want to, own somebody? Who doesn't want to set someone on a shelf? Who wants to participate with this person in life, to go out and experience the world and have somebody to talk about it, to look at something and be able to say, oh my God, can you see that? Is that the coolest thing ever? We all want that. So yeah, if you're going in and trying to find relationships and you don't feel like, but even if you are one of those people who feel like you're the best thing in the whole wide world, then maybe your ego's a little out there. It's a more complex situation to get yourself in. And it's about balance and stuff. It's about seeing yourself for who you are and still loving yourself. So anyways, it's some work, but it is well worth it. So, okay. I think I've talked for like an hour. Today we're going to go to town. Stella is being, yesterday was rough. She still is doing the crying, but I've started and it kept being like her glucosamine. She kept spitting it out and spitting it out. It's been weeks now. And I would just, put it back in and think, well, she better eat that. I wouldn't go to the next step. Finally, yesterday I was like, okay, she can barely walk. She can't sit in the house at all without just laying here crying at me. I'm going to go get her medicine today, the CBD stuff. And, hopefully that will help. I'm just going to have to just start giving her some every day. But my mom also said to try vitamin E. So I'm break her pills. I'm going to start really, really working hard on getting her joint stuff in there and see, if I can just, because it could be just her arthritis is just hurting her so much that she's just uncomfortable. Oh, I just looked over there. I think there's puke. That is what Trixie, she's always gagging and puking. Man, and she's so hyper. She's probably just a frenzy. I was really into having one dog there for a while. I'll be glad when Trixie goes home. She's a sweet, sweet girl. But this golden doodle thing is like, they're pretty damn hyper. So anyways, yeah, I'm going to try those things and see if I can get Stella more comfortable. Just keep your fingers crossed. Anybody else has any ideas or any home remedies that they've heard about dogs for arthritis, pain, hip dysplasia, any of those kinds of things, then, let me know. Okay, have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.